Good morning and welcome to today's New York City Council hearing for the Committee on Finance. At this time, please silence all cell phones and electronic devices to minimize disruptions of the hearing. We thank you for your cooperation. Chair, we're ready to begin.
Okay, good morning and welcome to today's Finance Committee meeting. I'm Councilmember Justin Brannan. I chair the Committee on Finance. We've been joined this morning by Councilmembers Lewis, Brooks Powers, De La Rosa, Ayala, Sanchez, Ressler, Brewer, Hudson, Carr, Williams, Osei, and Farias, and on Zoom by Councilmembers Stevens and Moya. Today, the committee will be voting on 4 items: a property tax exemption resolution, a transparency resolution, Intro 898, and Intro 906. The first, the property tax exemption resolution, is a new 40-year Article 11 for 4 buildings in Councilmember De La Rosa's district. As part of the exemption, the buildings will enter into an HPD regulatory agreement restricting rents and setting aside 96 units for formerly homeless tenants, as well as requiring completion of identified immediate and short-term repairs. HPD's Aging in Place initiative upgrades will also be implemented as part of that agreement. Next, a transparency resolution which sets forth the new designation and changes and the designation of certain organizations receiving local aging and youth discretionary funding and funding pursuant to certain initiatives in the budget. As with all transparency resolutions, council members will have to sign a disclosure form indicating whether or not a conflict exists with any of the groups on the attached list. If any council member has a potential conflict of interest with any of the organizations listed, they have the opportunity to disclose the conflict at the time of their vote. As a reminder, please disclose any conflicts you may have with proposed subcontractors used by organizations sponsored by discretionary funding. These disclosures must be made before the subcontractor can be approved. Disclosure forms must be completed and submitted prior to the vote on the transparency resolution and may be emailed to Everton Smith, who is also present with us in the chamber today. Finally, both intros on the agenda relate to business improvement districts. So Intro 898, sponsored by Councilmember Nurse, would establish the Cypress Hills Fulton Business Improvement District with a proposed first-year budget of $400,000. And Intro 906, sponsored by Councilmember Wan, would expand the boundaries of the existing Queens Plaza Court Square Business Improvement District to incorporate 2 sub-districts and rename the expanded bid to the Long Island City Business Improvement District. The expanded bid would have a proposed first-year budget of $2,058,978. Both bills were heard on June 20th, after which they were laid aside for the required 30-day period to allow for any property owner in the proposed extended area to object the bill with the city clerk. We've been joined by representatives from the Department of Small Business Services who will testify on the objection period. I'll now turn to committee counsel to swear them in for their brief testimony.
Good morning. Raise your right hand, please. Do you affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, and to respond honestly to council member questions? Calvin Brown.
I do.
Thank you. You may begin.
Good morning, Chair Brennan and members of the Finance Committee. I'm Calvin Brown, the Deputy Commissioner of Neighborhood Development at the Department of Small Business Services. Today, we would like to report on the result of the objections filed with the city clerk against the establishment of the proposed Cypress Hills Business Improvement District and the expansion for the Long Island City bid. As required by law, Cypress Hills Fulton Street Steering Committee and the Long Island City Expansion Steering Committees mailed the summary of the City Council resolutions to the following parties: to each of the owners of real property within the proposed district at the address shown on the latest city assessment roll, to such other persons as are registered with the city to receive tax bills concerning real property within a district, and to tenants of each building within the proposed district, and arrange publication of a copy of the resolution at least once in a local newspaper. At the conclusion of the objection period at 5 p.m. on July 22nd, 2024, and taking into consideration any objections postmarked by that date, one valid objection representing less than 1% of the total assessed value of each proposed district was filed with the city clerk for properties in the districts. This level of objection is within our acceptable threshold needed to advance the bill for a favorable consideration by the full City Council. The Department of Small Business Services supports the establishment of the proposed Cypress Hills Fulton Street bid and the expansion of the Long Island City bid. In our judgment, what efforts will improve the quality of life and the business conditions in Cypress Hills as well as the Long Island City neighborhoods. At this time, I will take any questions.
Any questions from my colleagues? No. Commissioner, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll now ask Billy Martin, Committee Clerk, to call the roll.
Thank you. Good morning. All items are coupled. Roll call vote, Committee on Finance. Chair Brannan.
I vote aye.
Ayala.
Aye.
Moya.
I vote aye.
Thank you, sir. Powers. Lewis. Brooks Powers.
Aye.
Brewer.
Aye.
Farias.
I vote aye.
Hanks. Excuse me. Hudson.
Aye.
Osei.
I vote aye.
Sanchez.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Thank you. Williams.
I vote aye.
Juan. Salam. Carr.
I'd like to disclose on the record of these proceedings that the transparency resolution we're voting on today contains funding for the Jewish Community Center of Staten Island, and I'm a member of that organization, and I vote aye on all.
With a vote of 14 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, all items have been adopted by the committee.
Okay, with that, this committee meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.